Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode number 20 of our EAFC 25 career mode here with Werder Bremen. 20 episodes into this career. Hope you are enjoying this one and thank you once again for all the support shown so far, and we will kick off this episode with probably the biggest game of the season away from home against Bayern Munich, who have climbed up. We saw the table a couple of episodes ago where they were down in 6th, but they have climbed up into 2nd, so obviously hitting some good form, and we will start off this episode with that big game away from home against the Giants of Bayern Munich. But before we go into the game, we do go into negotiations with another of the big German clubs in RB Leipzig, who wanted to buy Ilan Kebel from us, and we do agree a price of £8 million. He was a player who's not getting too much game time for us. We've got some good youngsters out on the wings as well, so we were happy to accept the offer, and then we did the worst thing we possibly could have done and stupidly accepted an offer of £9.5 million from Lyon for Justin Jinmar. I thought when it came through it was another offer for Kebel, which is why I accepted it, but unfortunately I just completely misread the situation. It was for Justin Jinmar, and unfortunately we did go and have a look back, but we couldn't retract the offer or anything like that, so we have unfortunately agreed to sell probably our current top form best player at the minute in Justin Jinmar, definitely top goal scorer in this team currently, and providing nothing goes wrong in that transfer, he will be moving to France in the January transfer window, along with obviously Kebel hopefully moving across Germany to RB Leipzig. So we will have to obviously look for a new striker, and it is completely my mistake, so one that we'll learn from, but one we hopefully will never make again. But we go into a big game against Bayern Munich, and if I'm being honest, the big game hype didn't really deliver, and it wasn't the most exciting game. We did fortunately actually take the lead in this one. Jens Starg getting the goal, a good save initially from Nubel in the Bayern Munich goal, but on the follow-up Starg was there to put that one in. But you can see we're already in the second half here, we're already 52 minutes in, and like I say, we are 1-0 up, which obviously we're absolutely buzzing with, but it's not been the most exciting game ever, and we just wanted to keep things tight because obviously it is against Bayern Munich. But 55th minute, we get another chance here. Schmidt down that right hand side, and he plays a crossfield ball. Machina was free in the middle, and we did take an unexpected and probably completely undeserved in the grand scheme of things lead in this game, 2-0 away from home against Bayern Munich, and one that we definitely did not want to let slip now. A good header there from a corner in the 81st minute from a Bayern Munich player, but fortunately straight at Cole Hein in our goal. And then just a couple of minutes before the end of the game, a good header from Jamal Musiala, but fortunately for us hit the side netting and couldn't cause us any problems. We did make a couple of substitutions, Arda and Finkgraf both coming on to just see out the end of this game, but we were 2-0 up, only a couple of minutes left, and from the resulting throw-in just into added time, Musiala picks the ball up, it falls into Harry Kane, but fortunately the ref blows his full-time whistle and we get the most unexpected result, not probably only of this season, probably the whole career as a whole up to this point, and we do beat Bayern Munich 2-0 away from home at the Allianz Stadium, and it's an absolutely massive result. Obviously we know Bayern Munich haven't been in the best form ever. They were down in 6th up to 2nd, not top of the table as we expect them, but obviously to get that win's an absolutely buzzing one, so massive congratulations to the whole team there. And then after that we get some messages. Bangula wants to extend his contract, Bittencourt and Kovansky don't want to renew their contract, and Jens Starger also doesn't feel like he's in a position to extend his contract. So we took the opportunity. Bangula said that he was happy and he wanted to extend, so we took the opportunity to go into negotiations with the young Belgian winger and hopefully sign him to a longer term deal with the club. We eventually agreed a 3-year extension, crucial squad role, and we offered him £22,000 with an £80,000 signing bonus, which you will see in a second. He was more than happy to accept. So slight increase in his wages, a longer term contract, and he's definitely a player. He's already been really good for us this season so far. I said in the last episode he hasn't got the stats to prove it, but he has been playing really well, and obviously he's got room to grow. He's still young as well, so definitely a good player to get signed to a new contract. And we did go and sign one of the young players from Youth Academy, Thomas Aiden, to the first team. At centre-back, 66 rated already, only 17 years old. The only downside to him as being a centre-back is that he is only 5'11", so we do keep him as a centre-back for now, but potentially long-term we may look to move him over to left-back. But obviously he's absolutely buzzing signing for the first team. He'll get some opportunities here and there throughout this season. He's not going to obviously be a first-choice player, but he'll get some opportunities, and hopefully he can grow with the club alongside players like Bangula, and hopefully we can have some real success in the future. But one of those players who obviously wasn't going to be part of that future with us was Seni Leinen. In the last episode, obviously, he put in the transfer request. He wasn't happy with his game time, and the first offer for him came in from Manchester United for £13 million. He had a market value of 12.5, so we thought we'd go up to 18. I think the director said that his maximum was about 24, but unfortunately United didn't want him, and we did get confirmation that Kebble and unfortunately Justin Jinmar, both their deals did go through, so we will be losing both of those in the January transfer window. And then we did get a second offer for Senilainen, and this time it is from our old team, West Ham United, in the Premier League, looking to bring Senilainen to the London Stadium. So we had to sit down with the man who took our job from us and try and negotiate a deal. Like I say, we knew 18 million was a bit too much based on that United offer, so we went a little bit lower, 16.5 million, and fortunately for us, West Ham did accept this one. He is only 27 years old, so he's still got a long future ahead of him. 78 rated, so definitely a solid player, but Alvaro obviously came in and has stolen his spot in our team, although not as high rated, been an absolute unit for us. So we're more than happy to accept that deal for Senilainen, get the funds in, and alongside obviously the Kebble and the Jinmar money as well, we could obviously build for the future. And I mean, looking back on the Jinmar business, he's only 76 rated. He's been absolute class for us, don't get me wrong. He's fast, he scores goals, and he's a quality player overall. But actually, if we can invest well and invest correctly, I think we can actually get a player that could possibly be better than Justin Jinmar. So in hindsight, might not be the worst thing in the world to accidentally have accepted that offer, but at least short term, it doesn't feel like a good position to be in. And just like that, Justin Jinmar, the man who we were just speaking about, does score to open the scoring in this game at home against Mainz, and it was a good ball over to Bangula on the left. Bangula played it square, and it had to be Jinmar, after accepting the offer, who gets the goal for us. Obviously, these are going to be his last couple of games for the club. We're in November now, so we've only got November and December to get through, and then obviously Jinmar will be moving over to France. So we'll obviously look to get the most out of him whilst we've still got him. He'll obviously continue to perform well for us and continue to score goals, no doubt about it, and hopefully he can have a warm send-off from the fans when January the 1st does come and he moves across to Lyon. And it's Jinmar who picks the ball up again once again here, plays it into Diego Lyon. Diego Lyon runs across, could have played it square to Machino there, but the youngster had his confidence, on loan from Manchester United. He's not been playing every single game, but he's been sort of swapping around with Finkgraf, and Diego Lyon smashes that one past the goalkeeper to get his first goal for the club and the second for us in this game. And then in the second half, we go into half-time at 2-0. In the second half, Bangula gets a good chance early on, but unfortunately couldn't quite get one on target after lifting it over the goalkeeper. And then Mainz get a chance themselves. It was actually our former player Marco Gruhl who got that shot, but unfortunately for him, Kohlheim was there and kept that one out. And then another shot from Mainz did just go wide of the post, only by inches, but a good situation for us to be in, obviously, and Kohlheim to keep that clean sheet. But we made a couple of changes, again, just like the Bayern Munich game, just to see out this one. Kovic coming on that right hand side. He hasn't had much game time in recent games, so it was a good opportunity to get him back in the team. But it was Mainz who started pushing for a goal once again, but Kohlheim, as he always does, stretches out an arm, strong hand, and keeps the ball out of the back of the net. And from the resulting corner, Mainz player does get the header, but fortunately puts it wide of the post. And then about 10 minutes before the end, free kick comes in, a good header once again from the Mainz player, but once again it did go wide of the post and there was no danger from that one. And then as the game came to an end, Arda with a really good shot after coming on the substitute hits the post, and it's that man again, Justin Jinmar, who's there to follow up and gets his 10th goal of the season into double figures in just 14 games. And like I say, it's going to be really sad to lose him, but hopefully someone can come in, similar to how Machino's come in for Boniface. Hopefully someone can come in to replace Jinmar and replace his goals. We've got a good chance there for Jinmar to get his hat-trick. Unfortunately, good save by the goalkeeper. And then from resulting corner, another of the new boys, Rosenfelder, gets a header, but it does go wide of post. But no danger in that one. We did win that game, and that is 2 games in a row we have won. 2 clean sheets in a row as well, so we're definitely buzzing with those. And then we got some messages after Pieper doesn't feel he's getting enough game time, and Julian Malatini, the young Argentinian centre-back, felt like he was in a position where he wanted a new contract. So Again, I think with this game we have to take these opportunities, because we can't just negotiate players' contracts whenever we want. We have to take the opportunities when they come to us. So that's exactly what we did with Malatini. We sat down with him, look to get the new contract signed, 2 years, and we do just agree to increase his wage by just £1,000 a week up to £12,000, and we do manage to sign him for another 2 years, so another player we've got tied down and hopefully part of our future again. And we do get the confirmation that Senilainen has agreed his move to West Ham, so he'll be going in January once again, adding to our funds. And we get a message from Isaac Hansen Aaron, who He played really well for us towards the end of last season, and when he came on as a sub and had some good moments, because of his position, hasn't really had much opportunity this season. So he said to us he's not in a position where he wants to look at a new contract yet. However, he may be if he gets a few opportunities. So definitely want to keep an eye on in the future. But before any of that happens, we do have the final game of the episode. Another big one in this episode. We've had Bayern Munich, now we've got Bayern Leverkusen, and we are hopefully going to be able to keep on our winning streak. Bangula picks the ball up just 4 minutes in on the left hand side, beats his defender Jarrell Quansah, gets a good shot away, but unfortunately Mark Fleckham, the ex-Brentford goalkeeper, was there to keep that one out. And then just a couple minutes later, Leverkusen got their own chance. Patrick Schick with a good shot, but a good save from Cole Hein. And then just 15 minutes into this game, a really poor back pass from Jarrell Quansah towards the goalkeeper, picked up by Jinmar. Quick feet from Jinmar to find Machino, and Machino made no mistake from about 3 yards out to put that one in the back of the net and retake his position as the top scorer in the club this season with his 11th of the season. Obviously, he's got 11, Justin Jinmar's got 10, both of those replacing the goals from Boniface last season really well. And we're actually playing Boniface's current team, or the team that he joined us on loan from, in Bayern Leverkusen, but he's not actually started this game, so maybe one to visit in January. He's going to cost a lot of money if we do look at it to replace Jinmar with him, but definitely one that is going to be on the back of our phone book and potentially one we can look to, but we'll see what that looks like. But we did get a second goal, and it was Machino once again who got that one, and we did take the 2-0 lead against Bayern Leverkusen into half time. And then the second half, as it was with Bayern Munich, it was all just about seeing the game out and hopefully getting another 3 points. And if we can win 3 games out of 3 in this episode, that's going to really boost us up the table and really put us in a good position. So it will be an absolutely cracking episode. But obviously we knew Bayer Leverkusen were a team who could do us damage at any point, so we had to be careful, and we did make a change, bringing on the youngster Musa, coming on for Romano Schmidt, Jinmar going out to the right hand side as he does, and Moose coming up front. And we did make another change, double change this time, Arda coming on, and it was a chance for a debut for the young man Thomas Aiden, coming in centre back, coming on for captain Friedel. But unfortunately he conceded a goal as soon as he came on. Alex Garcia with a good flick over top, and it had to be him. Victor Boniface, a man who scored so many goals for us last season, Victor Boniface scores to bring Bayer Leverkusen back into this game with 10 or 15 minutes left of this one. And then Bayer Leverkusen really pile the pressure on him, obviously looking to get an equaliser, a good chance there, but a really good reaction save from Cole Hein. Obviously all the defenders absolutely buzzing him making that save. And then a corner 10 minutes before the end, Palacios was close to it, couldn't get the header, falls Tillman beats Jinmar, decent shot from Tillman, the young American, but once again Cole Hein was there to keep that one out of the back of the net. And then as Bayern Leverkusen were attacking, we managed to get a chance on the break, falls to Musa with a good shot on his left foot, but a good save down low by Mark Flecken to keep that one out. And then in the last minute of the game, it's Tillman who picks the ball up, Alex Garcia passes it to Victor Boniface with a shot, but Cole Hein once again was there to keep that one out. And what a goalkeeper Cole Hein is. And from a resulting corner, probably the last kick of the game, Patrick Schick gets a header, but fortunately the defence put him off and it goes well wide of the post. We do manage to get our 3rd win of this episode and absolutely buzzing with that one, currently sitting in 7th. But that is going to bring the episode to an end. As always, hit that subscribe button if you do want to follow the journey, like the video if you made it this far, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.